A couple days ago, I did a video titled, "Do not make these huge mistakes in Wuthering Waves." That video got taken down, unfortunately. This one, however, well, this one shouldn't, hopefully. I've also made a few small adjustments that should have been present in hindsight. A lot of people make mistakes when starting new games. They hoard materials, they hoard currency, they bypass certain mechanics or features because they feel that they're unimportant. They miss things altogether because they're not even aware that they exist. Not today. Not with this game. No, 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 no. I am going to help prepare you for your journey in Solaris 3 so you can start off the right way. I have a beginner's guide if you're interested in learning everything about the game. I also have a tier list if you're wondering which 4-star or 5-star resonators you should be saving up for. I also have a reroll guide for those of you that are interested in starting off the game the right way. Links to all of these videos are in the description, in the pinned comment, and in the end screen at the end of the video. Let's not waste time. Before jumping in though, I would like to thank my incredible patrons over on Patreon and my YouTube channel members who allow for me to continue to do dedicated videos like this every single day. You guys are all the best and I cannot thank you all enough for the support. Let's start this off with resource gathering. Wuthering Waves features an enormous open world filled with monsters to engage, treasure chests to loot, materials to farm, and puzzles to solve. If you've played other open world games like Genshin Impact or, God forbid, Tower of Fantasy, in which case I feel sorry for you, you might make the mistake of skipping the acquisition of open world materials. This is a very bad idea. Materials serve several purposes in game. On the one hand, they're going to benefit you in the long term when it comes to upgrading and crafting your equipment, which directly affects your power and the content that you'll be able to do. They're going to allow for you to craft potions, which you'll find you're always in need of, especially if you're a bad player, and you don't have one of these support resonators available. Cooking and crafting. To further expand on why gathering resources in the open world is imperative to your progress, there are 2 additional functions that are directly linked to both certain resources and ore. Cooking is going to play a large part in whether certain boss fights, general combat, and even exploration is challenging and enjoyable or not. On the one hand, players can locate a cooking area in the city where you'll gain access to a number of different recipes. These recipes provide a large number of different beneficial effects to your resonators and could mean the difference between successfully completing or failing an encounter or mission. On the other hand, players can locate a crafting area in the city where you'll gain access to weapon and upgrade material crafting. This is where you'll utilize the ore that you've been farming while exploring the world, questing, and fighting. Upgrading resonators also requires general materials you'll find while out exploring. So, it's a good idea to always be clicking that loot button as you're running around farming. That way, it's less tedious when you realize you need several less of that flour that you're missing. Easy ways to obtain Asterite, and this is important. When crafting using the synthesizer, you'll notice you'll possess a synthesis level. There are 5 proficiency levels currently, beginning with Novice Pharmacist and ending with Master Pharmacist. Acquiring materials and crafting will level up your proficiency, allowing you Asterite, XP materials, and other useful rewards. This can be done easily by merely playing the game. It is something that you can also very easily miss. When cooking, you'll notice you possess a chef level. Much like pharmacy, there are 5 proficiency levels at present, beginning with apprentice and ending with top chef. Through the acquisition of materials and cooking, you'll level up your proficiency, and much like pharmacy, reward you with Asterite, XP materials, and other useful goodies. There's your pioneer level. At present, the max level is capped at 10 with progress made through the exploration of different regions. As you unlock areas, as you complete puzzles, loot treasure chests, and clear content, you'll slowly progress towards the next pioneer level, which rewards you with Asterite, XP items, and other rewards. You'll find the relic merchant in the town. This NPC allows you to exchange sonnets caskets in return for Asterite, gacha pulls, recipes, XP items, and useful upgrade items for the rover. There are 10 levels at present. There's the Path of Growth, which has you complete a number of tutorials, both with regards to basic training and skill training, teaching you about each character and the features within the game, rewarding you with Asterite, Ascension materials, and XP items. Questing also grants you a lot of Asterite. Main quests, tutorial quests, companion stories, exploration quests, side quests. There are just so many ways to attain Asterite that you'll often have to prioritize one over the other. The easiest way of obtaining Asterite, however, is through merely exploring. Quite a few activities reward you with Asterite, solving puzzles, looting chests. This provides you additional reasons to seek out and explore the world rather than skip or overlook areas. Important shops. There are a number of very important shops scattered around the central city. Ganshua, the owner of the souvenir store who sells Lustrous Tide, gacha pull currency, XP items for weapons, resonators, echoes, recipes, breakthrough materials, a lot of incredibly useful items that will make your playthrough exponentially easier. Coco, the owner of the Shifeng Pharmacy, who sells materials for cooking, synthesis, resonator ascension, making it less tedious to farm for what you need. Panhua runs the local restaurant, allowing you to purchase meals rather than cooking them if you lack the necessary ingredients. Or alternatively, Maha, who does in fact sell you cooking ingredients at Maha's Grocery. All shops that are going to be absolutely necessary for players that do not want to invest as much time into searching out the materials or the ingredients themselves, because you're all lazy. This is an important one. Make sure you consume your stamina. Stamina is important in Wuthering Waves, as it directly affects how much you can do each day. Not in terms of open world exploration, not in terms of echo farming or leveling, rather, it has a direct effect on how many times you can participate in certain open world activities and receive their respective rewards, such as during the large boss battles or instance dungeons, to name a few. All of which you're going to need to prioritize in terms of content, because they're also integral to your continued growth and success within the game. Do your dailies, even if you really don't want to. I know some of you are probably going to be too concerned with the main story, with exploring the world, with fighting bosses, grinding dungeons, earning Asterite, staring at Yinlin. Oh wait, no, that's probably just me. But don't forget your dailies. They reward you with currency and items that will slowly add up and are typically doable in tandem with whatever other activities you're doing out in the world. Here is something that I know a lot of you are going to make the mistake of doing. Do not level your characters. I know you're looking at this and you're like, don't level my characters? What? What I mean by that is do not level your resonators unnecessarily. As you continue to play the game, you'll amass a ton of resources, ascension materials, breakthrough materials, XP items. But early in the game's life, those resources are very finite. Meaning if you level the wrong resonator, you might not be able to level the correct resonator when you obtain them. I have a guide on every resonator that I urge you to check out if you're looking to plan your team. I also have a reroll guide. I'll also have a team composition guide coming as well soon that should aid you even further, but be very careful. I know how tempting it can be to just dump into a character when you get them because they look cool, or you might want to try them. This also applies to leveling their skills. And finally, save your Aftershocked coral. I know you probably also think, what the hell is Aftershocked coral? As you continue to pull for characters, you'll obtain two separate resources: Oscillated Coral and Aftershocked Coral. With the Oscillated Coral, you can purchase Radiant, Forging, and Lustrous Tides, allowing for additional pulls or other materials that are much less important. But most importantly, the Aftershocked Coral you obtain can be used to purchase Radiant, Forging, and Lustrous Tides, or a Resonator's Waveband, allowing you to further upgrade the character, increasing their power, their damage, their passive abilities, altering their playstyle, making them significantly more useful. This is essentially allowing you to effectively purchase dupes without relying on the pulls directly, and is also one of the coolest features present in-game, since theoretically, you can save up on the currency and use it at a later date. Now, if you follow the guides here, including what not to miss in this video, you should be off to a fantastic start in Wuthering Waves. This is an incredibly fun game with so much to offer players, and I cannot wait to play it fully. Again, if you're looking for other guides, click one of the videos on screen right now, or the links in the description of the pinned comment below. But most importantly, have fun in Wuthering Waves.